of the year. We're at the South Colony Lake parking lot, heading up the trail, the four-wheel drive trail, to try to set up camp at South Colony Lake today. Maybe Humboldt Peak. We got in late last night. Time was delayed by over 4 hours. A 9.5 hour flight from Boston to Denver because of storms. I was circling around Denver for an hour before landing because of storms as well. So a short night last night. But our plan is to try to get to South Colony Lake campsite tonight. So just under 10,000 feet. 2.6 miles to the trailhead. South Colony Lake trailhead. We hiked up from the lower parking lot because of clearance. You need to have a pretty good clearance four-wheel drive vehicle to get up there.
We're gonna hike this way. There's a couple campsites along here, and then there's a bunch around this area.
The south side of the lake.
And then we want to do Humboldt. We go up this way, back down, and then this is the way to Cristo.
So the trail parking lot is about just under 10,000 feet. We're heading off now for camp over at South Colony Lakes, and head over to Humboldt. South Colony Lake camp area. We're 11-7. About 13-2. It's been a long day from the lower parking lot. We got Crestone Needle over there. Just following this ridge the entire way, the last 1,000 feet. We see the Crestones behind us. A little false summit there at nearly 14,000 feet. Head along the ridge over here to the Humboldt Peak. Top of Mount Humboldt. Crestones in the background. The top of Humboldt Peak, and so we came in last night from sea level from there, but a beautiful view. We had a beautiful day. This is one of the few late arrivals to a 14er we've had, but you can tell this is a beautiful day and nobody else up here with us today, so glad it worked out. South Colony Lakes, upper lower. It's down there right now. So we got the sunset of the Crestones behind us as we head back into camp. And recommendation if you want to do Humboldt as a single day round trip, it was 9 miles to the summit from the lower parking lot. And so recommend getting a Jeep or high clearance four-wheel drive vehicle to make it to the upper parking lot. So cut off that 5 miles round trip and 1,000-foot elevation gain. Our campsite is over on the creek side, far side of the lake over there. But for us, going from sea level less than 24 hours ago to summit of 14er, you certainly can feel it. This was 9 miles, 5,500 feet elevation gain. in less than 24 hours since we left home. And so always best to acclimate if you can, but the same too, if you don't have much time, you know, just be driven and take it slow. And we got to the top. We left around 10 a.m. from the lower parking lot and got to the top around 4:30. So we'll make it back into camp just here shortly. With that being said, we also took time to set up our tent, set up our campsite, take a break for a little bit, fill up water bottles over at South Colony Lakes first before heading back out for the about 3 miles to the top, maybe 2,500 feet elevation gain from the lake to the summit of Humboldt. Sunrise over the Crestones and South Colony Lake trailhead.
And then we actually have
12:07. We're on Broken Hand Pass. A little bit about halfway up this. Top of Broken Hand Pass, over 13,000. Down through there, down to the South Colony Lake, our campsite. The neat part about the Crestone Peak hike is the fact that after working so hard to get up to a little over 13,000 feet, when you get over Broken Hand Pass, you get to descend 600 feet down to 12.4, this little oasis, this little lake, going up the gully. It's pretty steep. 13.7 up the right gully. This is the goal. Top of the gully. That was quite a venture there. Close to 14.2. Other side of the Crestones. Some exposure on the other side there. Crestone Peak. Down the gully. Top of Crestone Peak. Top of Crestone Peak.
no other way.
Heading down, we're about 13,000 feet. Let's see the red gully. And, 1,500 feet, this gully. Let's see me up there. Into Broken Hand Pass. Long day today, 14 miles and about 4,500 feet elevation gain, but we knocked out Crestone, got back to the lower trailhead parking lot. Again, if you've got access to a high clearance four-wheel drive vehicle, use it because it knocks off 2.5 miles off your day and about another 1,000 feet elevation change.
Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video. Thanks, and see you at the trailhead.